Greetings, friends. This is Elizabeth Schermer with an intuitive message for the Leo new moon. This is my favorite moon of the whole year. I'm excited to bring this message. I blocked out the day just to sit for myself in the anticipation of tomorrow's new moon. So this year's the 2019 new moon occurs at 8:12 p.m. Pacific time on Wednesday, July 31st. So I'm doing this message the day before, and I'm basking in the energy of anticipation and also in the strength and depth of all that we're bringing forward. 2 weeks ago, or nearly 2 weeks ago, we had a powerful lunar eclipse, and the word that came forward for me in meditation on the eclipse was freedom and liberation. The quality of liberation, the quality of truly stepping into a new world, a new beginning, a new start, a fresh start. And this is for each of us personally and also for us as a collective. We're truly together creating new worlds. There is evidence of so much dismantling around us, and it can be confusing and disconcerting. What we are learning and remembering and receiving, the guidance we're receiving from our higher selves and our guides and support of each other, is the reminder to trust inner truth, to trust the guidance that comes from within, and to trust our alignment with the light and with the coherence of love that holds us all together. The reason that the Leo moon is my favorite every year and why I'm so inspired this year about what's coming forward is because this is the energy that comes to us each year at the Leo moon. The card for Leo in the Thoth deck is called Lust, and in most other tarot decks it's called Strength. And this is an image, a beautiful image of what happens to each of us when we connect with our inner fire. Leo, the sign of Leo, and the energy of this aspect of the zodiac is about pure creativity, the fuel and the fire and the illuminated energy of creativity and courage and will and inspiration and joy and bliss and the luster of life, ecstasy. And it comes from within. So in this painting, the woman, Beauty and the Beast, this is a picture of Beauty and the Beast. They're under the surface. And what's happening in this story is that as Beauty claims her inner strength, the light that lives within, the light that resides within, she and the lion turn to fire. They turn to gold. And then she's raising the illuminated lantern of awareness and of the fire of her light into the world, and releasing that light, spreading that light, expressing that light. So this is an image of joy and strength and the illumination of the truth of who we are. And that's what's available to us at this moon. The other card, there's two other cards that I want to just really briefly address here to give you a sense, especially if you work with the tarot, that you can use. And the court card associated for Leo is the Prince of Wands. And he's the warrior within each of us who enables us to tap into our self-confidence and our courage in order to fully be the truth of who we are. The truth of who you are, the truth of who I am as an individual. And when we tap into this inspiration of the illumination of our own inner fire, we are able to move into the world with new freedom. And that enables us to see with fresh eyes. And the seeing with fresh eyes is a big part of the frequency of this particular new moon, which has which is bringing us an infusion of creativity that's going to enable us to tap into new visions of what's possible in our lives and what we can anchor to carry forward. So hold curiosity for yourself in the coming days about how you can connect more fully to your own natural frequency of joy and inner strength and inner will and inner courage. And from that inner fire, the fire that lives within you, the fire of life, you will be able to experience new frequencies of possibility. I'm moving out already into what is possible, and so I'll take a breath and come back to our message. The theme I received for this new moon is new beginnings, a fresh start, and an inspiration, the inspiration that carries us into new beginnings, and the ability to see and imagine and visualize what's possible for us. On the Tree of Life, the card for Leo, the card of lust, is the highest, represents the highest path that to which we can connect in daily life. And it's this path of inner fire and inner courage that connects us to our true purpose. And it all comes from the light that's held within. So there's so many teachings here available for us on what true alchemy is. True alchemy is the ability to connect to the fire within in order to burn through whatever holds us back. And this energy of the Leo moon enables us to do that. The other card for this moon in the tarot deck is the Six of Wands. The new moon is happening during the Six of Wands cycle, and the Six of Wands is called victory, and it represents the experience of victory in the moment, the experience of bliss, the experience of perfection of whatever is, the ability to show up fully in the moment and to receive the blessings of this moment in time. And so, knowing that this moon is holding this possibility, this energy of creative infusion that enables us to see new potentials in every moment, and that includes the ability to see contrast in our personal lives or in the world around us from a new elevated perspective. When we're able to align within to the fire that comes from within, and to our own courage, to ground into our own life force and to connect from the light above, when we connect with this light and this courage and inner fire, we will receive new visions of possibility and will literally be tapping into what the future holds. And so, knowing all of this, I went to the cards this morning after my meditation and asked for a practical message for us to help us tap into this life force and into this light that is held within each of us, to our natural strength, and also how we could connect with help and understand how to receive help to enable us to burn through what's holding us back, and also claim those parts of ourself that are sometimes maybe live in fear, habits of thought or habits of heart that diminish our own connection to our light. So I meditated, asked for a message, and as often happens, there's an amazing synchronicity with the cards that came forward. So I'll share the message now. This card appears in this position, so it's staying here. I'll take away these other cards for Leo. And so I'll just jump right away to the card in the position of circumstances is the Six of Wands, victory. And this, whenever one of the cards associated with the astrology of the new moon comes forward, it's a strong synchronicity of alignment. So we will, in our circumstances, receive new opportunities. Let's see what the message is. To really feel and connect with our own capacities for inspiration and for confidence and for courage and willpower. So hold the intention now as you prepare for the new moon to come to a new level of appreciation for your life, and to be able to tap into new reserves where you really can trust that every circumstance, every experience is perfect in the moment. That's the Six of Wands, victory. And so now the other two cards give more indication for that. Amazing synchronicity, because another six, there are 4 sixes in the deck. 2 of them have already appeared. The Six of Swords, science, in the position of spirit, speaks to this gift of higher perspective. all of the sixes represent wholeness and harmony. And on Tree of Life, they are on the path of the Lust card. The ability to experience the strength of the foundation of the order of the universe, the ability to know that we are held so that we can move forward with our own qualities and gifts of courage and confidence. So science, Six of Swords in spirit, is saying that we will have new capacities in this month to connect to the vision, higher visions of order, higher visions of possibility, and higher alignment with a path forward that's in our highest purpose. And in the position of spirit, it's saying that these visions of order will come when we commit to inner alignment and to our own practices of raising our frequency so that we can connect with our soul's calling, which is our connection to spirit. This is a specific frequency of the new moon chart, for the astrology chart for this new moon. So it's exciting to have it there. And now here's another amazing element of emphasis of the harmony of this moon, and that is the third six. So there are 4 sixes in this 3-card spread. We received 3 of them. And I'm telling you that I shuffled thoroughly before I pulled these cards. The 6 of discs in the position of mind and awareness, it represents, it's called success. It represents our ability to trust and hold and experience the flowering of all that we have been waiting for. This is, the way I work with this card is a prime blessing card. Whenever it appears, it signifies that we are able now to hold with trust the truth of what is being born. One of the things we know and learn in energy medicine is that living in the 3D world, things need to come into energetic form before they can manifest in physical form. Things are 99.999% here before they appear physically. And the 6 of discs success is that it represents the experience of knowing this is so, and the ability to hold it and appreciate it and celebrate it, that something's already done. When you know it's so, it's already done. Whether or not it's appeared in form yet is secondary. And we learn to live on the leading edge and learn to connect with our fire and our passion, then we're always living for what's calling us forward. And that's this experience of success. It's another way to talk about bliss and ecstasy, which is an underlying theme of this moon. So knowing all the harmony, did I pull the 4th? I have the 4th 6 here because I really want to bring it in since 3 of them appeared and there were only 3 cards. The 4th 6 is called pleasure. And this is really the integration of the other 3 cards. When you're able to fully show up for whatever is and embrace it, and when you're willing to connect with your higher self, to connect with the light, you will receive higher visions of possibility, and that will enable you to be fully present and live in trust. And those 3 processes will dance back and forth with each other, and then the overall experience then is the experience of bliss. This is pleasure that's deep-seated and stable and fulfilling. Ecstasy could be another word for this. And bliss, ecstasy, pleasure, the fullness of heart of knowing the perfection of all that is. This is the gift of this month. And so I drew a 4th card asking for a final message of affirmation or emphasis or additional information about the message of this month and the possibilities of this month. And we're receiving a very special message related to a message that's been coming forward in previous recent lunar cycles, and that is the Fool. The final card for our spread is the card that encompasses the pure potential of all that is. The Fool is called 0 because it represents the entire deck of tarot cards. All 78 cards are held here. This is the beginning, truly the beginning of new possibility and new potential. And so there couldn't be a better card for the message of new beginnings than the Fool. So one of the cautionary aspects, practical advice whenever the Fool appears, is that this is a new beginning. And sometimes there can be a quality of uncertainty because we are stepping into uncharted waters. That's true of this entire lifetime. It's true of this new moon cycle. So the sixes represent, each of those sixes in the spread represents the ability to feel ourselves held and to be able to trust the natural order and the stability of the foundation that is holding us, and all that we are bringing forward to create this stable foundation. And remember, begins with using your tools to come present to the present moment. And from this place, we will have new tools for working with and embracing the unknown and feeling the infusion of inspiration in the unknown. So there's so much more to say here. This is really a synopsis of all of the wisdom teachings through time. And so I'm anticipating sending out a follow-up message for before the full moon to talk about more about the some of my favorite teachings around the lust card, and one of my favorite ascended masters, who is known as Sekhmet from Egypt, and she is very instrumentally involved in the healing that is possible for us right now. The ability to claim all the parts of ourself that have been lost and fragmented, to call them home, to call them forward, and to more and more fully embrace the full beauty and truth of who we are. So I wish you an amazing full new moon, an amazing threshold of stepping into new possibility and new potential. And I invite you to explore what bliss means to you and how you can find bliss in every moment, how every moment holds the potential for infinite possibility, every single moment. That's the basic message of this spread. And when you can step into that curiosity, you will receive infusions of new creativity and vitality and courage and strength that you have never known. And so we are going to have an amazing month. Thanks for participating in pulling this message forward. And as we close, I invite you to take a breath, move into your heart. And the blessing I ask for each of us now is from the sacred flame that lies within the most inner recesses of our hearts, the sacred inner heart. As you breathe, imagine there is a beautiful flame in the very center of your heart, and this flame grows with every breath and with all the love you send it. It's the flame of life and the flame of light and the flame of truth. And as we connect with this flame of inner life and inner light and inner truth, we connect to the light within. We connect to the light within the earth, to the kundalini, to the Shekinah that is held within. And we ask for new infusions of courage and confidence and will and inspiration to enable us to more fully embrace the truth of the light of who we are, so that we can expand into our own paths of joyful purpose and health and abundant well-being. We ask for blessings for the month to come, and thank you for being part of the message, and have a fantastic Leo new moon. This is Elizabeth Schermer and the Alchemy Mystery School.